I am absolutely looking forward to that performance by Muzu Kids, and I know that we're definitely going to be working up an appetite because of the recipe we are about to make. And if there's any dish that wins the prize for the huge impression it makes because of the amount of effort that goes into it, it has got to be the beef Wellington. And today we're making my faves, Abby Donnelly's version. It is fantastic, it is spectacular, but Clem, you say that it is quite simple and easy.
It is, and I feel like people get intimidated by beef Wellington because essentially you have to cook the perfect steak.
Bali, you need to come in for this. Hey,
oh, she has to. I love being in the kitchen with the two of you. So like I said, it's a bit intimidating because you have to cook a perfect steak, then wrap it in beautiful pastry, and all those elements have to be correct, including that beautiful duxelle over there, which is French, and I love that. And it sounds fancy. It's mushrooms, garlic, and some onions. You cook it out to make a paste. And it's full of umami flavors, which we know that just adds so much punch to any dish.
True.
So that's where umami's gonna come from.
Okay.
What I'm gonna start is, how good are your steak cooking skills? Be honest, be honest.
Okay, so I'm the type to rather just order out. I know South Africa, I'm not the only one, but I do love a good, well-prepared steak. I just really struggle to get it that medium rare.
Okay, all right.
Perfect. So I'm gonna be paying attention today.
Okay, first things first with our fillet. What we've done is we've taken it out the fridge about 45 minutes ago because we want the meat to relax. You know, if you're gonna add something cold to a very hot pan or even the oven, it immediately tenses up. And we don't want that. We don't want that, absolutely. So, take it out. And it's already been trimmed beautifully. You don't need to like really fiddle with it too much. What I do like, why I love fillet with this recipe, specifically for beef Wellington, is some people like their fillets done, or steaks in general, like medium rare, and some people like it done a little more, a little more cooked. With the fillet, you'll see it's got a thicker piece in the middle, and then it kind of goes down and tapers to the bottom. So whoever's gonna get that piece is gonna have a piece of meat that's a little more cooked. And if you're in the middle, you're gonna get that like, But what I know is I've taken a little survey in the room. Everybody likes their steak medium rare.
Okay.
So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna cut the perfect piece. That's a nice even piece. And don't worry about this. What's really cool about this is you can use the extra pastry to make a baby beef Wellington chi. And this one over the end, you can do another one, which is really, really cool. So the thing about fillet steaks is they don't have a lot of fat in them. So they can dry out very quickly. We are being very extra. We're not adding fat, right? We're adding duck fat to the steak. So first things first, we're gonna add some duck fat, which is also really beautiful for roasting potatoes or frying potatoes. It adds so much flavor. That's in there, and you can see that pan is smoking hot because I want to get a crust on the outside. That's what I want. So salt, you always season your beef before you cook it. Like, if you can do it literally 45 minutes before cooking, it makes such a huge difference. Okay, so nice and hot pan. Like I said, I want it serious here because I want to get like a nice crust on it. So once it's smoking like that, we're gonna make sure that beef gets nice, like contact with the oil. We're gonna drop it. Now, what are you gonna do now that it goes in the pan?
You won't leave it? Well
Walk away.
You're gonna leave it. You're gonna just do its thing. Okay, it's gonna chill. Just like you're gonna chill this December. Let the meat chill in the pan. While you're busy with that, to me, you've got some duxelle that you made for me already.
I have some, yes sir. Here you go.
Okay, puff pastry, very important. You don't pop it in a microwave to thaw it out. Never, ever. There's beautiful layers of butter in there. If you put it in the microwave, what's gonna happen, that butter's gonna start melting, it's gonna come out of your pastry, and then you're wondering why you made a biscuit instead of making puff pastry.
Oh, wow.
Right. So and you always work with chilled pastry as well. This is just come out the freezer something for 5 minutes after thawed out. Now we're gonna start building this. Wellington's all about the layering. You gotta get those layers of flavor right. So, first things first, chicken liver pate.
Okay.
Oh, again, so much umami coming through. Are you a pate person?
I am, I do.
To me?
No.
You don't like a good pate?
I don't like, hide it for me. That's why I'm loving this recipe, because it's hidden in there somewhere.
It's hidden, right? Okay, so it's also gonna keep it nice and moist. That meat's not gonna dry out. And I like adding a bit of that clarified butter that's over the top.
Yeah, that's on the top.
Ah, yes, it's so good, so delicious. Then, since you got some duxelle, thank you so much. And this is what you want. You want it to look like this, right? If you wanted to add a bit of greenery, you could do some wilted spinach at the bottom, and then your steak. But I'm gonna do a base of the beautiful duxelle. Let's see how steak's doing.
Okay.
Ma'am, it's your baby.
It is my baby. I'm here learning how to whip up. Wow, can I turn it over now?
You can turn it over.
I love the color on that steak. Look at that.
I'm gonna break a very important rule today.
Okay.
When you cook any steak, it's important to always rest your steak, right?
Yeah.
We know this. When it comes to beef Wellington, you rest it for even longer. So I would never rest it for anything less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could possibly happen is once you put that steak in there and it starts cooking, all those juices come out.
Yeah.
It's gonna start making a soggy pastry. Everything's gonna look
We don't like that.
Yeah.
We don't like that. So I'm going to pretend that we had a beautiful crust on our steak and it's been resting for about 10 minutes, even like literally 15 minutes. Let it go cold.
Yeah.
Let it go
Forget about
cold.
it almost.
Yeah, let it go cold. So South Africa, don't judge me right now. I'm doing this for TV. Okay? So we're going to put our steak down on our beautiful bed of duxal and I want to add more flavors. What you can do right about now is add another layer of that beautiful chicken liver pate. But I'm just going to go straight through to the duxal again.
And the
I
best
agree.
part about it is you can actually make individual ones for people as well.
Yes.
You get your fillet to make individual. Each person gets their own little gift.
That's such a good
I like
idea.
that. Especially if they don't like you said, some like medium rare,
Yeah.
some like well done, then the individual works perfectly. So trim your pastry, and what I love about this is you never have any waste on your
Yeah.
pastry because you always want to make a decoration, right? It's the festive season. So you keep this, I want that, and I'm gonna wrap
The
this up.
offcuts.
Yeah, but you know what, you put me on the spot now. You know, I like buying gifts for people, but I'm not very good at wrapping.
Oh, so we're not sure how this is going to come together. Essentially, is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna make it happen. I'm the type of person, like, when I go to Woolies to buy a gift, I'm gonna go buy a gift, I'm gonna walk straight to the aisle where they get all the little goodie bags and
Drop it in the bag.
you know, and I've even had, like, I was standing on the counter and someone was like, I can see you're not doing a very good job. Can I help you? That's the Woolies difference, right? They will see you and they'll just come through. Okay, so.
Someone's always there to help.
Someone's
but it
always
seems like
there.
you're doing such a good job wrapping this beef Wellington
Thank
right
you.
now.
And you say that as I was literally like, what am I about to do with this piece? Okay, right. So I want a nice little extra bit of pastry on the top because I want that to be like, that's the part that's going to be beautiful and crispy and delicious and you want that to be the first thing you see. What am I going to do in the middle? Okay, let's try and make a little rose. What do you think?
I love that. That's so beautiful.
Show us,
Let's see
Kim.
how
Show
good he
us,
is
Kim.
at that.
Yeah, let's see this
Okay.
rose.
Okay. Something's happening.
Look at
That's
you,
not like a
Chef
tulip,
Clem.
then a
And
rose, but
essentially,
okay.
you're just twisting the puff pastry around.
Just doing that.
done.
Making sure that it cascades and it makes those curves, just like the curves of a rose petal, essentially.
Wow, so poetic.
bundles.
Nigella?
I'm definitely in the festive spirits, clearly.
Me too. Okay, this is my attempt at a rose. Again, we don't judge now.
Stunning. No,
And
that's
going to be
beautiful.
so like
Amazing.
beautiful. As it's going to cook, it's going to puff up immediately. So I've got some egg here. The thing about puff pastry is you don't have to use egg. You don't have to do an egg wash at all because there's enough butter in there to make it nice and gold. But if you want to have that, like, an extra gloss, a little bit of milk, a little bit of egg wash, that's all you need. This goes to the oven. And I would say about like half an hour because you want to give that puff pastry a good chance to puff up, and you kind of want to warm that steak through because you
I
don't
was
want to.
going to ask then, what are we doing to the steak on the inside, Clem? That's a long time. Will it not continue to cook?
No, you're not going to. What I also do is before I actually prep it like this the day before.
Okay.
And I leave the steak in the pastry so everything can chill down nicely and give the butter a chance to seal up again. Then when it comes to the oven, that butter reacts immediately, boom, the steak warms through, but it doesn't cook through.
Okay.
And then you're good.
Chef Clem, what I love about all of these recipes that you've brought from last week to this week, I mean, last week with that Norwegian salmon, that was quick, easy, ready to go.
Yeah.
All we needed to do is pop it in the oven and then we drizzle it with whatever sauce we like on top and we're good to go. But today you showed us something that we can make from scratch, and that is all the difference.
South Africa, if you too also want to get your hands on this recipe, then go to taste.co.za.